Alright guys, welcome to my new tutorial, and for those of you Google Chrome users who would like to know how to develop these apps, as you can see here, whenever you open a new tab, you get these nice little apps, and most of them are just quick links. Almost all of these are links actually. So I made a quick one for my website, and when you click it, it obviously takes you to my website. So I'm going to teach you how to make one of these. So there's really one way, but I gave you another option. So for those of you who like learning how to develop these, and you want to get into it a little more, you can open the link that's in the description, and it'll take you to this page, which is the Google Code Developers site. And if you don't, you can click that little MediaFire link in the description, and it'll send you a file that looks like this. You have an icon and a manifest.json. So once you've gotten to this website, or you have my files, you can just sort of fast forward through this. But once you've gotten to this, what you want to do is you want to create a folder. For example, mine was Chrome_app. You can name it whatever you like though. You want to insert a new text document, and when you save the text document, if you don't have this .txt appearing, just first name it manifest. Then open it up, save as. Want to select all files, and then change that .txt to JSON, and that's how you would do that. I already have one, so it doesn't matter. So once you've done that, you want to copy all of this code and paste it into your manifest.json. So when you've done that, the only parts that you really need, as you can see here, is the name, description, version, icon, app, URL, and launch. Those are the minimal things. The rest are all optional, and like I said, for those of you who want to get into learning how to develop more in-depth Chrome apps, you can use this page, and it gives you all the informations and the different not necessarily commands, but like codes that you can use. So once you've done that, you've got what you needed. So for the name is obviously the name, and you edit this field here. Then description, what your app is about. Version, that's completely up to you what the version is. You could just set it to 1 or 1.0 or so on and so forth. You can go up to 4 increments with the decimal places. And then when it has your icon here, you want to leave this as 128, because your icon is almost not necessarily required, but almost extremely recommended that it's a 128 by 128 pixel size. Now the name doesn't matter, so this is the name of the icon that I have here, icon 128. The name doesn't matter, but this here and the size of the file itself should be 128. You're pushing the limits if it's any smaller. And then in apps and URLs, you can change this http website.com to the website that you want it to open when you click this button. So for those of you that don't have paid hosting like I do, I have a subdomain. It does support subdomains, and it supports all ports, so you don't have to include your own port. And if you have no idea of those last two things that I just said, then don't worry, it doesn't apply to you. And the same URL here, this is the actual URL that it will launch when you click it. This is more of information of what site this is for. So once we've done this, we want to save our manifest, and we're done. We want to make sure we have a 128 by 128 logo. Here's my little logo. So once we've done all of that, what you want to do is you can open a new tab, or you could just click this by itself. I feel more comfortable opening a new tab, and go down to the tools and select extensions. From here you want to enable developer mode, load unpacked extension. Now let's see. And you open up Chrome app is the one that we just worked on, or whatever you name the folder, and click OK. You see there's my logo, it's enabled, and if we open up a new one, here it is, and it takes me to website.com, which is apparently a website. So look at that, I'm advertising websites without knowing it. Well, that's how you do that. But let's say you want your app to go on the Chrome web store. Now let me show you how you would do that. Now keep in mind, if you want it to go on the Chrome web store, you had to have paid the $5 for developing Chrome apps, but once you've paid the $5, it's only a one-time fee, then you can develop as many apps as you like. I did not pay it, and I just don't have the money. So you want to click this gear up here on the side and go to developers dashboard and add a new item, and it says to include a zip file, not a CRX. If you can see here, when it says pack, you can pack into a CRX. That is not what they want. That is for further developing options. You do need to have compression software of some sort, either WinRAR or WinZip. I will leave a link to both down in the description. It is all preference. I use WinRAR by preference, if that matters to you in any way. So just select your folder, right click it, or however 7-zip works, and you want to add to an archive. And 7-zip obviously supports a zip and a 7z. Just select zip. I like to choose best. Usually that's a larger file, but you make sure that your files don't come up corrupt or anything. And I test my archived files. You do not have to do that. And then OK. Then we get our compressed zip of our app there. So we go back to our browser. We choose the file. Where did I leave that? Here it is. Chrome app. You open it and upload. Shouldn't take very long. And there we go. Once we have that, you can put in the description. You can add a screenshot, a YouTube video, or Google Doc presentation. For those of you that don't know what Google Docs is, it's just like Microsoft Word, only free, and it's online, so you can access all your files online. And it supports PowerPoints and Word documents and PDFs as well. And a small tile for promotional, as you can see here. So the promotional images that come up on the Chrome store. A verified website, if you have a website that you have verified to be your own, and if you want it to have the official website, you must have it your verified website. And a link to the website for your item, which is optional. As well as the FAQ page or website. And then you fill in the primary and secondary categories on which you'll search it, and then other additional categories and or tags. So if you were to search it, how they would find it. You can add some different prices, the regions you want this to be available in, language, an open ID. This is so that you can authenticate the users as supporting it. And trusted testers, you can publish this only so that trusted testers to test the beta version of your app and so forth to use it. Mature content, which I sure hope I didn't teach you how to use mature content for this. And a Google Analytics ID, which allows you to track how many downloads a day you get and so on and so forth. And requirements, if there are any necessary requirements for your app. And like I said, you need a one-off developer registration fee of $5 US. And also, before I forget, guys, I do know that I wasn't able to put it on the Chrome Web Store, but I will leave the package for you to use on my website. You can download it if you want a quick link to my website. And feel free to share your apps on the website as well. I'll leave a small page where you can kind of post your files and so on. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.